Are you from a media house? Which of the media? Because you have been, I admire you.
Sorry, let me move so that.
No, I don't know. She carry her bag.
Sorry,
having a new government in place, may I implore that our National Assembly and other concerned should please consider a very good increment in police funding. The reality is there for us all. We must increase funding of police, and we must also encourage individuals in the society who are prospered to do more to promotion of community policing and supporting our police at every level. Our participants and the leadership of Pcrc, I want to utmostly thank you for the opportunity to pass across this film message. Why I want to urge every one of us, please and please, let us respect human rights, let us promote human rights, let us recognize human rights, and have human rights as a bedrock of our activities. Thank you and God bless you.
Let's encourage these women to do better, better, and better. Wow. Comrade Igan Folari, always on point, articulates. Well, before we move to question and answer, because I know say many of us have questions that are, bothering us that we want to ask him. Before we move there, I'm happy the first PRO is here, and my joy is based on the fact that when you look around now, the crop of police officers that we have. We have handsome, beautiful, neat police officers. Gone are the days when you see some smelly ones. The system has been, and now we can say that the Nigerian police, when you say police officer, when people say you are under arrest, sometimes the handsomeness will make you forget that you are under arrest. I don't want to use the female so that they won't say I like women. You know, the female, like if Yinka JW will arrest you, Oga will say you are under arrest. I say, Oga, take me to your house. Take me to your house. Oga, come and arrest me. Because I know when I get to your house, I will chop. And there is a law that says you can't keep me for more than 48 hours. When it is 48 hours, I will commit another offense so that you will arrest me. We need handsome men, beautiful women. How can we get this? Make the salaries of our officers to be fascinating. Like these beautiful girls wey dey do wetin dem dey do now, dem go join police. Police, you wan rob, you see fine girl, you sef go think twice. Shey dis girl no go fit, I must not be an armed robber when I say I will just package again. Say aunty, well done o, well done o. Look at my deputy national chairman. Imagine him in uniform. Look at Mogaji. Imagine, oh, Mogaji. I only know that my national chairman will need a good tailor. A good tailor. And he will look good. No, he will look good in uniform. Okay, you can testify that you have said it once. He will look good in uniform. Okay, even the IGP is laughing. My IGP is he knows that the Mogaji will look good in uniform. But now with all those people, come and imagine me, the MC in uniform. Can Madam Iwa stand when I will stand? Imagine the handsomeness. I don't say no welcome. But I'm gonna do this. You say this one na easy work. And when you carry this mic with the vision. You are funny inside. Okay, what's your work? You are funny inside and funny outside. My IG retire, sir. My CSP is threatening me. Okay, he said me am funny inside, he will be funny outside. You know what? I'm no longer going home. I'm not going outside again. I will remain. You know Jesus said, "Tarry till I come." I will tarry here. All right. If you have questions for the lecturer, please just indicate. You identify. I will bring the microphone to you. You will ask your question, please. We know that you are no chieftaincy title, no all these things that we used to attach. No, then just tell us your name, the state you come from, and go straight to your question. Thank you very much. Not advice or question, because some people will tell us now the Nigerian police need more dogs, and they should deploy it to cross river when they will finish and eat all the dogs. We don't need that advice. Thank you. All right. Question.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Ogemita Otolabaki, Director of Organization and Strategy, Program for Tinubu, representing GMD Fandom as well. My own is not a question. I really want to commend the work Nigerian police is doing under the leadership of President. This is why this country, police are sanitizing themselves and they are doing a very wonderful job. We have to appreciate them. Why did the police do this? Just like Bishop SARS that about 2 days ago. He said, among the SARS, there are people that do a wonderful job. It's not about question, it's about commendation. It's about commendation. When we see them working and falling, we have to appreciate them. That is not what I said. It's not about question, we have to appreciate them. I just want to appreciate what the police are doing now. There is a sanitizing system, they are sitting there, and we appreciate that from there. Thank you for God bless.
Okay, now you have question. All right. Question. Thank you.
The representative of the IGP, the national chairman. My question is this. The paper, the title is Criminal Justice System. and Human Rights in Nigeria, the Nexus. Now, your lecture dwelt mainly on the police and human rights. Then the nexus between the judiciary, the criminal justice system, and human rights. You jettison the judiciary. The police will make arrest. They will now arraign the person to court. The court will now try the person to determine whether he is guilty or not guilty. That is where the nexus is. Then you build and dealt only on the police and human rights, and you jettison the judiciary. Are you guilty or not guilty?
Thank you. You see, everything is becoming more interesting. Now, first Pcrc just threatened me. Now, Barrister has decided to threaten the speaker. No problem. Everything will be handled. Before I give the mic to the next question, you want to ask question again? Okay. Gombe State Chairman, come forward. Please, there is a vehicle, Lexus, Adrian Holmes. Please, your attention is needed. Please, thank you very much. All right. So, Gombe Chairman, your question. Okay. We know, say, very soon they will do swearing in of new government. So, don't go to that one.
Thank you very much, sir. All protocol duly and respectfully, sir. Barrister has asked part of my question because the paper presented is criminal justice and human rights. And I believe the police are doing their best in making the arrest. The problem is with the judiciary. There is something we call holding charges, awaiting the advice of the DPP, and a lot of critical things that the speaker does not expatiate. Thank you very much.
All right. So we'll take the two. Where are the women now? Women know they ask questions.
Yeah.
I want my we'll be taking men.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ernest Ramonobe. I represent Pcrc Lagos. In the course of the lecture, though I came in late, but I did observe, like they said, that the focus was more on police. Now, the judiciary, when it comes to administration of justice, I'm a lawyer, and I can tell you that when it comes to human rights protection, police have done so much, the court have done so much, but in protecting victims, the courts have not done that much in terms of getting quick justice. When cases are charged to court, and representing some victims in the case of courtesan, police arrested them. They were charged to court. DPP is to prosecute. As I speak, it's over 1 year. DPP has not prosecuted. So at the end of the day, they come back to the society. They have been granted bail. They are back in the society, and their lawyer is asking that the case be struck out for want of diligent prosecution. So in protecting, when they come out, people don't know that it is the judiciary that failed and not the police. They will lay blame on the police and begin to say, oh, they have collected money. So as human rights activists and human rights community, which I also belong to, I think we need to sensitize our people that police cannot be a witness in a matter where there is no nominal witness. So the nominal witness must come out and office, the prosecution, that is, the office of the DPP must be seen to be diligent in prosecuting this case. If not, we will go out. Thank you very much.
We'll take one more. They don't talk, say police, they do the work. Yes. And police do work, shout to court. That is a woman. No, we are taking 3 men now. Let's give women 2 slots. I don't want these people to come and reason on my matter. They are women. No, me, I'm gender sensitive. Clap for me, women. Now you are not encouraging me. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anne Haruna, FCT. I have a question on the dismissed officers, because we know more of them will still come up. How can the Pcrc and the Nigeria police work on them to reabsorb them into the society? One, they also have their human rights. We also need to reorientate their minds from the kind of crimes they have committed that dismissed them. So what can we do as Pcrc to assist such people to bring them back into the community? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take answers to the 5. Then if the time permits, we'll get back to her. May I announce that the chairman of today's program is our Chief of Staff to the Cross River State government, Honorable Martin Orim. Handsomely seated, Oga actually, I know say you did there. So, Comrade Folarin, over to you, make you stammer them the answer.
Yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, they are all of concern. And when it comes to criminal prosecution, you will agree with me, it starts with police, but does not end with police. And when it goes wrong, in most cases, let me say by 60 to 70%, and you investigate, don't say well, we are in Pcrc, reality, and we investigate, in some ways, it still falls on the police. It is not to say the police is not prosecuting properly, is not doing this, is not that. Let us appreciate the Abolition of Criminal Justice Act of 2017. 2016. You know, I have always been saluting the strike of the police, because I know that despite that we are in digital age, not all the police formation are digital, and not all our police officers are digital, and the analog form of investigation in some cases gives a lot of problem. I was exposed to quite a number of that during our sitting at the NSAS. And you will ask some questions. What did you do when so thing supposed to be done? And the answers will not come as expected. I agree that the DPP, in most cases, the delay in response. But when they are saying awaiting trial or unlawful detention, unlawful arrest, this and that, everything still comes back to who? To the police. But the act gives a very good room, very good window for police to also say, come, this thing will not fall on me. Let me cite a very clear example. Like you have said, that case that you mentioned, ma'am, is of very big interest to me. And I will charge our Lagos State branch to work with you on the Lagos State Government Ministry of Justice to see that justice is done in that regard. Because you must live by what you preach. The Ministry of Justice in most of the states will tell you we are doing our work as expected. But if not for forum like this, we may not have that information. And in so many cases, when we go around, we get the information, we work on the ones we have. The Criminal Justice Act gives the Chief Judge an opportunity to appoint a magistrate, go on visitation to detention facilities, ask questions, what has brought you here, what are you doing here? If there is no reasonable reason to keep such suspects there, the magistrate will have the power to say, no, you have to release this. I will give a very good thanks to that act. But when it comes to prosecution itself, that is why I said, and that's why I made so much reference to the issue of joint efforts in reforming things. If we don't have that forum, I can recall in 2018, we brought together both the Ministry of Justice and the civil society, created a platform. What are the problems confronting criminal prosecution in the state? And I can also recall when our AIG was having a CP in the States. There was a time I was in his office. I know you will recall, sir. And you know, the chief judge, they will tell you, you have to enforce judgment. Especially when it comes to this issue of land matters. You know, enforcing judgment on land matter is very, very easy, it's the easiest thing to do. But the judiciary will push it, the chief judge will push it to police. You need to enforce, they have to take possession, they have to do this, they have to do that. At the same time, police will also be saying, this enforcement you say we should go and do. We also have to be very, very careful. So it is a two-sided thing. Not until you bring the parties, when you identify the problem, you create a forum to bring the parties together. And I think at the state level, the Pcrc and the civil society can facilitate that. But what you have mentioned about the PPP, it is not. I can't say emphatically that it is applicable to all the states. The manner of pursuing justice in the state differs. I know of Ogun State, for instance, if there's any case that we needed to follow or we'll get report about, we'll get across to the Ministry of Justice immediately, and I can tell you, maybe in less than 2-3 days, we'll quickly find a way of getting the DPP advice out on that matter. Because we thought you cannot keep people in custody for no just cause for a longer time. So I want to say to that, it's not that I'm shielding the judiciary from all, but it is to say that when we identify those things, the best thing we need to activate is to bring the stakeholders forward. And if I know those states that are affected, we can facilitate that. And we just need to have some form, some evidence on social matter. We have so set of people, so inmates on our waiting trial, and the DPP advice has been the cause of them staying, because you cannot refund the jail sentence, you cannot refund the sentence. If someone is to be punished for 2 years and you have kept the person for 4 years on a waiting trial, you cannot refund. If at the end of the day you cannot refund the sentence, and that is why we all have to be on our toes to ensure that the criminal justice system is put on the right track. So, sir, I have not shielded the judiciary. So we will find a way of bringing the stakeholders together, so that, because even if you go to the judiciary, to the Ministry of Justice, to say, oh, the DPP advice is being delayed, they will tell you, police have not done this, they have not brought social fight, they have not done this, they have not done that. But when you facilitate a forum like this, where you have the parties, then, Mr. Lagbaja, I can also make a reference. I remember on a particular law we were working on in our state then. The peculiar problem in our state used to be this issue of land grabbing of a thing. And we have to move that from. There must be a law that we stop all of this. The government will shy that, no, we are working on it. We are doing this. Not until we brought the parties together, both the governors sit down, the members of the public, let us ask what is happening on this, what is happening on that. Before it now says, Attorney General and House of Assembly, you have to work on this, you have to work on. And that was when they worked on the law, and we had public hearing, and it came into force. So on this that you have highlighted, honestly, is a point to work on, and we work on it. So, madam, I have said that it's a case of interest. Maybe after the program. Is there any other question I have not answered?
I think you've touched all those questions. Thank you very much. Please, let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him. Oga said you have not answered the last question, sir. Dismiss. Okay, on dismiss police officers.
You want me to?
Oga has put you on the line.
You want me to reprobate and appropriate? You see, 3 or 4 months ago, I got the first PRO. He was busy. And later, I was compelled to send a text message to him on the issue of the police officer whom he has summoned. And over the years, that police officer at some level of the area command, I was known to be, if I don't want to say the most gentle officer, but when there are issues of him, any matter the area commander assigned to him to treat, he will always treat it diligently. It will interest you to know, one way or the other, he fell victim, you know, police team, you say it's a team. I mean, it's team, I mean. But when one of the team members commits, now all of them will come Abuja. You know, unfortunately, the teamwork led to problem for the team members. And some of our comrades from Ota, I did not know how they got the information. This officer, I don't know him that much. But you know, our organization is a mass base. We get report from. And they were the one that called that so officer. That we said is a problem. And on human rights issues, he has been this, he has been that. I said, ooh, me. All over these years, I have not gone to police station. I will not say release this criminal for me. I have never done it in my life. Once I know that this thing is a criminal matter, I would rather tell you go and get your lawyer to solve it. But if I'm in doubt that you have not committed that crime, I will be ready to stand. And when they made mention of that officer, I was compelled by my conscience that if report is coming from 2-3 comrades, then let me get across to the first PRO that please, I'm aware you have someone to also officer, kindly start tamper justice with mercy. This is what we know about the officer. This is what we know about the officer. And I must tell you, to God be the glory, the report I got, they treated the matter very, very well. So also the same thing comes back to the dismissed officer. Honestly, we want the best for our country. In as much as we will not encourage any act of misconduct, because misconduct it depends on the degree. I don't know if you are getting it. It depends on the degree. And I can tell you, the Nigerian police force is so blessed at this time that you are having a very wonderful combination. When I say wonderful combination, the IGP and the new chairman police service commission. Your officer is not the same Mr. Welfare. He has them in mind, he does it. But despite that, he wants good welfare for them. At the same time, he does not tolerate acts of indiscipline. So those police officers, maybe if I will rephrase your question, if Boko Haram can be pardoned, and be reabsorbed to the society, then why can't we find a way of reabsorbing them? First officer, you will be in the best position to assist me out. Because honestly, after them serving the punishment of dismissal, we also need to do follow up on them. Because we have seen so many cases where a dismissed military man end up having access to camo and later turn to criminals, armed robbers. It is maybe because there has not been a proper follow-up on those officers. So when we profile them, I think there is need for us to also do monitoring on them. Don't let us just say we have dismissed them. Somebody that was in service before, one way or the other, he must survive. Now the means of the survivor, as a result of misconduct, it has been taken away. We also need, as you normally have us on your watch list, and they say watch these people, you are watching their movement. You also need to keep them on watch list, and you can at long run maybe pardon, not in terms of reabsorbing them to the police force. But if there will be other provisions for them, it will not be out of place to do. So that is just my advice. It will not be out of place to rehabilitate them, but not to say we want to reabsorb them to the police force. Thank you. So what's how we will do further justice to that person?
Thank you very much. Right now we've taken enough questions, and on the issue that has just been answered, I think it will be meaningful if we take elderly advice from a retired senior police officer on this subject matter. So on that note, I will be inviting AIG Ahmed Iyasu, retired, the one we call Aguna Chamber 1, Lion, because he's a lion that protects, and he's a man that has been with the people, that knows the people, that eats with the people, that goes to mosque with the people, goes to the church with the people, and parties with the people.
I would say that the Sudan must be like a monorail. The IGP, Police Affairs Minister, recognizing all protocols, all those who are still on the high level, and also those who are taking under the table. They are all welcome here. Today is not a new day to me. I appreciate God for seeing today and being alive. I think the offshoot of the is from that rejected spawn, quote and unquote, which I polish and nurture in open space. And it has become now the cornerstone, the black stone that is not working. As far as community policing is concerned, I will be proud and beat my chest, and I will say that we have nurtured community policing, not only the Public Relations Committee to this stage that it is today. Magaji is a living witness to that. Coming back to the other issue, I have to state clearly that we have the ground law, which is the Constitution. We have the federal laws, we have other extant laws, we have ethics and acts. There's no country, there's no civilization, whatever the charlatans or the pundits who put, that has not come with a prophet or a messenger. And that prophet is coming with a set of rules and regulations for the conduct of that society. I think any society without rules, regulations, and conduct and norms and values for the conduct of that nation is a lost nation. So also every profession you look around, let me just interject. We are the first to attend the Administration of Criminal Justice Act course after in 2016 from the office of the Vice President. That is where it is settled during Pcrc, when he was the IGP, here in Abuja, and we are all given certification for that. What I'm trying to say is that we don't have to live in the state of anarchy. We have set of laws. We have set of principles. Why do you have broken homes? Why do you have broken society? It's just like a broken glass. How do you fix it? For every profession, whether it is medical, whether it is law, lawyers have been sent to the disciplinary committee. Judges have been sent to the judicial NJC, National Judiciary Commission. Even the human rights. The human rights we have engagement with them. It's not that they are absolute. Absolutism will not help. Absolute powers do what? corrupt, absolutely. I will say that because I believe that I'm also a comrade. The comrade cannot agree with me on that. We have solved so many problems. In a situation whereby you have sworn, there is what we call oath of secrecy. Even in the Pharmacy Act, there is what we call negligence. When you are supposed to treat your patient and you negligently inflicted a bigger injury on him, better than when he comes into the institution, or you are the cause of the death, you have lawyers. You go in for disciplinary procedure. So it is very clear. A policeman, from the way he is going to sleep, the way he is going to dress, the way he is going to eat, the way he is going to perform his duty, when he is going to close from his duty, when he is going to be with his family, when to attend social functions, is quite regulated. You have to realize one thing. Policing is the leading job in the internal security. Police is the leading agency in the internal security. So much is expected from the police. And as such, in other times, people face bigger disciplinary indictment more than dismissal or suspension when you commit a particular crime in society. You can refer to that, part of the issue of corruption, which has become endemic and the bane of our society. How is it treated in other crimes? In China, in the United States of America. People have, just recently, how many prime ministers have resigned in the United Kingdom? It's just because of certain administrative mistakes they committed. Not that they want to commit such a thing. The police job is sacrosanct. Policing started from heaven. Policing is a function that is sacrosanct, very close to God. If you are asked to take care of lives and property, people, you have a big job to perform. I'm from that community, and I've worked in the international community. I've been in the United Nations several recently. I'm the first black man in Africa and the world to receive an international award, silver medal, Great Wall Award from China just last year. It's as a result of integrity and conduct, and it stems from my performance of Operation and Q. So many, we stop militancy, we stop violence, we stop armed robbery, and how did I achieve that? Through community policy. So if I use my office to abuse the rights of people in that place, how do you qualify me today? Can I stand before you and speak? So the issue is that for every action there will be reaction. We shouldn't be speaking with our tongue in our mouths. You can't eat your cake and have it. Let's call a spade a spade. Contradict the rules of regulations. If you contradict the first, the police is quite built on a sound rules and regulations, ranging from the Constitution to the first order, police regulation, and other acts. There is what we call administrative circulars and CID circulars. So you are expected to be and perform at a certain level. I was Commissioner of Police Provost here in the first. I've seen so many cases that have become devastated. Myself, a policeman after dismissal, suspension after 20 years, because that he wants to be in the service. And he will tell you, if I had known, or that it was a mistake, I slept, I left my arms. If you leave your arms and it is taken away negligently, what are you doing? Are you not contributing to the country? Are you not becoming propelling the propensity of commission of crime? Is a question. In the law, I've worked in such a way that I've prosecuted lawyers. You all know it. There are some lawyers that are prosecuted. I investigated the Ministry of Justice. Almost everybody I'm sitting down here, I know some personally, especially because of community engagement. The first PRO is one of us. He's one of those that we have nurtured and we are proud for him to be there. The national chairman of the Pcrc, almost all of them here. So you see, there is no high-handedness in the force. You need to come close and know, and it is through community policy engagement. If I had been very complacent, it is the same Chinese ambassador who comes to Ghana have been working. If you are working in Lagos, zone 2, or in a very serious place, everything you are looking to where you have the headquarters of all the press in West Africa. That is where you have the headquarters of all the religious organizations in West Africa. That is where you have all the conglomerate of industry in West Africa. So your behavior of us will determine who you are. And in view of that, the force is made up of people of high integrity. People who have been serving. The IG is my cosmate. The IG. The issue is that you can't be above the law. Nobody is above the law. The rule of law is there. You have to behave within the rule and it's sacrosanct. I want to ask one question. The first, who can tell me the first offense that made man to be suffering? What led to that? The sin was, how do you call it? The greatest sin also. So it means that even in heaven, there is no another. You cannot say that you play with the rules and regulations and you want to meet your God and you want God to pardon you. Pardon is not just like that. I believe that is why we are carrying out training, capacity training and retraining. We are sending people on courses in order to improve the capacity. Knowledge, to impact knowledge on our police officers. We send them on battle and exercise. We send them with so many things to be done so that they can engage and know how to work with the people. On the issue of reabsorption, any officer who has done well, there are three things. Once you start your life, once you are working, once you join any organization, one, God forbid, but it's an eventual cost, it's a permanent cost, you will die one day. You will retire one day, or you will retire one day. God forbid, you will be dismissed. So therefore, there are so many causal results. You are either living by the virtue of completion of the service, and we don't pray that you meet any problem or accident along the way. You are tired and you are dismissed. That's quite unfortunate. But at least we should be able to assist our men in educating them, in coaching them psychologically. We carry out so many things, even there's what we call psychological training to make our men absorb some of the rigors of the job. The police job is very rigorous wherever you go across the world. So it is when you go out of the job, you find yourself in the bigger society. And if you not show yourself well, you have so many things to do. You have so many things to do. It is you that will propel yourself, and that capacity in you will make you to know what can you do after you leave the service you've been doing, either abruptly or naturally or negatively. I hope I'm making a sense in this.
Yes, sir.
So that is where I come in.
Thank you.
To give an advice and assist the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, a round of applause for AIG Ahmed. He also retired. Well, ladies and
and gentlemen, from the signal available, I want to announce the arrival of the wife of the Inspector General of Police, who will be joining us any moment from now. She is around. Ajia Ajara Akali Usman Baba. She will be stepping in now. Please let us stand up and recognize the wife of the Inspector General of Police, a President of POA. You are welcome, ma'am. A round of applause for her, please. Ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́, ẹ tún pàtẹ́wọ́, àtẹ́wọ́ Ajara. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much. Let's please be seated. The POA President and the wife of our performing IGP. We are delighted to have you in our midst. We have been waiting for you, and we are happy that you are here. You are a known face. You are a familiar face. Not only because you are the wife of the Inspector General of Police, but because you have been performing wonders. You have been touching life through your initiatives. And we have been seeing it, we know it, we've heard it, we've seen the gospel, and we are happy. And that is why you are here today as one of our team. Ladies and gentlemen, let us please appreciate the wife of our IGP once again. Ajia Ajara Akali Usman Baba. You're welcome, ma'am. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now go back to the program where we are going to take the welcome note from the Inspector General of Police, ably represented by our own AIG. Over to you, sir. Please come to the podium, sir. With due respect, a round of applause for him. The welcome note of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, ably represented. You're welcome, sir.
The Minister of Police Affairs, Chairman of Police Association, the various representatives. The wife of the one police officer in Nigeria, and the chairperson, POA, all people of your house. My boss is thinking about the absence because of the stress of teaching. And he has asked me to stand up for. My name is Pcrc, Pcrc. He has sent a message to the Pcrc, and he has encouraging them, thanking them for all that they are doing for the Nigerian police force. Thanking them for all that they are doing for the Nigerian police force and Nigeria society in general. I'm sorry I did an error of referring to our Naga as chairperson instead of the president of the world. The IDP encourages the Pcrc to do more, to have what are doing, because there is a remarkable improvement in what Pcrc is today from what it was in the past. We urge all to support them, and this is that we will support them in all valuable projects that are involved. Use this opportunity to thank you all, and all of you are present there. Thank you, and God bless.
Please, we can do better for the IGP. See, I can boldly say that we have a working IGP, a performing IGP that is performing wonders in the north, in the east, in the south, west, everywhere. Well, for the recognition of my mother, I'm going to do something now. Mommy, I always asked them before you came in. I was asking them, are you a police wife? Are you a police wife? This I marry police, and they shine every day, and they shine every day. Are you a police wife? A police wife? Are you a police wife? I am a police wife. Since I married police wife, I will never regret. And they shine every day, and they shine. Powerful. No. Mommy, I would like to introduce myself. I happen to be a consultant to go and State. So I follow them everywhere, all the programs. So I saw people are everywhere. So when I know Jakarta, my mama don't come. Say, I'm off now. Okay, yes. Now time has come. I mean, leave my girl alone. It's time to treat his mother. Mommy, before you came, first girl was threatening me. And I told him that my mama is coming. He said, I dare not step outside this hall. Mommy, can I step out now? Thank you. You see what I'm talking about? It's okay. Well, for now, we are going to do presentation of our award. And then the mommy is here. We are starting with our AIG retired. AIG Ahmed Ilyasu, please step forward, sir. Let's bring the award. I'll read through the profile. AIG Ahmed Ilyasu for his award presentation. Thank you very much. Can we have AIG Ahmed Ilyasu on the podium? You see, life is very wonderful. Very wonderful. Now I am the one calling my AIG to stand on the podium. And he trained you. And now he's repeating the word of his favor. He's our father. Okay, you can move for us. Thank you. Okay, here. To this place. All those bodyguards cannot do me anything. My mom is here. Come and stay there. I'll protect them. It's okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you very much. Attention, please. Brief profile of AIG Ahmed Ilyasu, Pcrc Daga, retired. AIG Ilyasu holds a Bachelor of Arts in History, Diploma in Law, and Master's degree in Business Administration from Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto. AIG Ahmed Ilyasu was enlisted into the Nigerian Police Academy Annex, Kaduna, as cadet ASP in the month of August 1988 and has served within the force in various capacities. He started his career in his home state, Kaduna, as OC Basic Studies at Police College, Kaduna, then 2IC DCO, Kachia Division, Kaduna State, OCGI SCIID, Kaduna Command, and OC Anti-Cartels. He was then transferred to Gombe State as DPO Gombe Central, 2IC SCID Gombe, and DPO Katungo Gombe State, before he was transferred to the FCT Command Divisional Police as FCT Command Divisional Police Officer, Utako B Division. He was made Director of Professional Studies at the Nigerian Police Academy in Kano, Area Commander Sokoto Metro as Assistant Commissioner of Police, and Deputy Commissioner in charge of Anti-Fraud Section at the 4th CID, Abuja. He was also the 2IC Command at the Port Authority, Western Command Lagos, before his elevation to the rank of Commissioner of Police and posted to the Police Staff College, Jos, as Coordinator of Courses, Commissioner of Police, Ogun State Command, and First Provost Marshal in charge of discipline. We can all testify to this, and we please give him a round of applause. AIG Ahmed Ilyasu has attended several courses, among which are United Nations Angola, Verification Mission 3, Navian 3, DE Camp ABC course, Police Staff College JOS, Intermediate Command course, ICC, Police Staff College JOS, Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, SCID Annual Seminar Conference with Head of Sections and Department, Force Headquarters, Abuja. Strategic Leadership and Management course, Administration of Criminal Justice, ACJA, Abuja, and Security Cultural Exchange Program between Nigerian Police and People's Republic of China. Part of the achievements of AI are smashing of notorious armed robbery gangs and recovery of many properties, vehicles, and arrest of fraudsters in Kaduna, Gombe, Sokoto, Utako FCT, and Abuja. We have investigated successfully prosecuted cases of sensitive political as well as state and economic nature at FCID Abuja between 2012 and 2014. Stabilized and positioned area command, Sokoto Metro between 2007 and 2012 by establishing and reviving the ever strongest and vibrant police community relations committee at the area command level which earned him commendations. AI Ghana has investigated serious cases of international nature as the Chief Investigation Officer at United Nations Verification Mission 3 headquarters in Luanda, Angola, which led to the arrest of syndicates that specializes in stealing and robbing UN vehicles and the recovery of some UN vehicles, arms, AK-47 and ammunition, which ended a letter of commendation from UN Police Commissioner 1995 to 1996. He led a team which rescued kidnapped children of Turkish International School and the eventual arrest of the kidnappers in 2018. Successful inauguration of Eminent People's Forum in Ogun State, sustaining the Police Conciliation Committee research in Ogun State through massive membership drive and establishment of micro-Pcrc units across the states, arrest of armed robbers as kidnappers terrorizing the Ore, Benin, Shagamu Expressway, and incessant record of notorious Godogodo leftover cases of kidnapping along the Ijebu-Ode waterways. Arrest of armed robbery syndicates terrorizing the Long Bridge along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway and recovery of arms and ammunition, hence restoring sanity to once dreaded Long Bridge Kara, Ogun State. Launching of Operation Pop Ada in Kano, which led to the arrest of more than 1,700 criminals in 100 days in Kano. With offences ranging from kidnapping, armed robbery, membership of Boko Haram, thuggery, popularly known in Kano as Daba, car snatching theft, and many more. He was instrumental to the busting and arrest of 8 suspect syndicates of child traffickers and rescue of 9 kidnapped Kano children from Onitsha in Anambra State. Arrest of 4 suspected cattle rustlers, recovery of about 1,000 cattle from the dreaded Falgore forest, arrest of 48 suspected kidnappers, 46 armed robbery suspects, recovery of 49 stolen snatched motor vehicles, consolidated and established a federal protection committee in all divisions, area command and state headquarters in Kano. Overhauling of police communication department of the command police standard of the development commercial state of Kano. Through committee policing strategy, the base aspect of all forms of crime were drastically reduced to the barest minimum across board, which led to the return of peace, stability, and successful inauguration of Hitch-free Salah celebration, which is the first ever recorded in the history of Kano State for decades. AID Ahmed is a Syria Award winner due to his hard work and dedication to duty. Some of his awards include Awards of Excellence from Christian University Abeokuta on Community Policing Initiative 2017, Security Watch Africa Award as Most Innovative Commissioner of Police in West Africa, received in Gambia 2018. Most media-friendly award by Radio Nigeria Paramount FM, Abeokuta 2017. Excellent award on community policing by TM News Magazine 2018. Award of excellence on security by West African Media Parliament 2016. Most outstanding commissioner of police of all time in Nigeria by Unified Nigerian Youth Forum, UNYF 2019. Certificate of credence presented to Nigerian Police Force, Kano State Command as the best command of the year 2019. Chieftaincy Award by Oodua Youth Parliament OIK as Akogu of Oodua Youth Parliament in Kano. Tuluwada in his own community. Aremayegun of Ibeila, Ogun State. And ladies and gentlemen, the Aguna Echema of Igbo community in Ogun State. Amen. Ilyasu retired meritoriously from active police service with a gloriously celebrated exit in May 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and pleasure to present to you a man of serious achievement, worldwide recognition, and outstanding honor. AIG Ahmed Ilyasu, my father in fire.
To invite the POA chairperson, before the POA chairperson, the POA president, the wife of the Inspector General of Police, to come and make a presentation, the representative of the IG, and also the chairman, who is also the national chairman of PCrc, I'd like to make to make this special presentation to our distinguished retired AIG Ilyasu Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation award to AIG Ahmed Ilyasu retired.
Presenting this award to AIG Ahmed Ilyasu, Pcrc Daga, retired. The Nigerian Police Force, Community Relations Committee, Pcrc, National Headquarters, Abuja.
Thank you very much, Mommy. So, paparazzi, do your job, photograph. Can I have it? Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Let's please return to our seats. After the paparazzi, let us please return back to our seats. Please, paparazzi, let's be fast, please. And let us leave. Thank you very much. Can we please go back to our seats?